Hello, so let's look at number one from year 2010, Form B. Alright, let's get started here. So we have this section area R. It's connected by the y equals 6 and x equals 2. And this function, I believe it is this one, 4ln of 3 minus x. Alright, we want to find out the area R. So we'll do A right over here. To find the area, what we can do is we can go from 0 to 2. Upper line would have been 6. So 6 minus 4 ln of 3 minus x dx. That's all we have to do. Now, since this is a calculator question, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use a calculator here. Y equals, and then I'm going to write down 6 minus ln, or actually 4 times ln of 3 minus x. Now, this one has to be from 0 to 2, so I'm going to set the window from 0 to I'll just go for maybe 3. And I'm going to go for zoom fit, which is 0, which keeps you the x value fixed for y value based upon our values. It's a really nice picture. Since this is, even though this one looks like a little bit different, but this in fact comes from here, the top minus bottom, and we like to integrate. So second, calc, which is number 7. Lower bound was 0. Upper bound was 2. There it goes. So our answer is 6.817. How about that? That's what we end up getting. Alright, part B. We'll do the B on the bottom. Find the volume of the solid generated when R is revolved about the horizontal line y equals 8. Y equals 8, we can safely assume that it's got to be a bit higher up right over here. Then what is our outer radius? Because outer radius will give us the outer shell or outer surface, which goes from here to over here. Inner radius will be the one that we're going to have whole, which will be taken away. So how do you figure out this distance? Yes, the outer radius will be the top, which is 8 minus this bottom portion, which is this. So we end up getting 0 through 2 once again of the pi, and outer radius becomes 8 minus 4 ln of 3 minus x squared. This is pi r squared. Now minus inner radius becomes 8 minus 6. It's always constant as 2. But I'm just going to write it 8 minus 6 square. And we end up getting dx. That's pi r squared from 0 to 2. That will give us nice volume for the solid. Now, in order for us to calculate that, let us try to use the calculator here. So here it goes. I'm going to multiply by pi at the end. So why don't I just, instead of writing 6, I'm going to just put it as 8. And in fact, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to insert parentheses, close, and then square. So I'm doing the first part, minus 8 minus 6 becomes 2 squared, becomes 4. So that's basically what we have. 0 to 2, okay, so everything seems to be okay. Now when I graph it, since this goes way up there, I'm going to go for zoom fit once again. You'll get us nice value. And I'm gonna go for calculate integral number 7. Once again, number 7, lower bound will be 0, upper bound will be 2, then we get this value. Then what we need to do is we need to multiply this value by pi. So that's the calculated value. And if I just simply press answer, I should be able to get that value. That's right. We're going to multiply that by pi. Then we end up getting 168. Okay, so this value becomes 168.17. Well, we can just call this 18. How about that? That becomes our final answer. All right, now let's go for part C. Part C is the region R is the base of solid. For this solid, each cross section is perpendicular to the x-axis is a square. So we have a square coming up. That means what we end up getting is I can use, for example, if I have this is a base, and I'm trying to draw some 3D squares, but hopefully I'm hoping that you can visualize that better. So this one is squares coming out of the screen. Now, then in this case, what's going to be happening is this. We don't need a pi because we're not rotating. We're not talking about circles. We're talking about simply squares. So 0 through 2. And the difference between top and bottom, which will be this expression itself. So 6 minus 4 ln of 3 minus x. That expression is the base, so therefore when you square it, that becomes the area of one square. And when you collect that with the summation, which means integral, we'll end up getting the volume of that particular solid. Alright, so all we have to do is simply evaluate this one. So here, y equals, then we're just going to go back to 6. 6 minus 4 ln of, okay, everything looks very nice. That's right, we have to square it. Okay, but we cannot have minus 4, so we're just going to delete that portion. That's it. And we're going to get a value that goes something like this. Once again, zoom fit. And we're going to simply integrate. Number 7. Lower limit is 0. Upper limit is 2. Alright. Then our answer is 26.267. That becomes our final answer. Alright. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.